Of course, this delay will mean a lot of disruption within the company also, and also financial burden. Because Ajay is my co-producer in that. So Ajay said that he is going to give his film called Bhuj to OTT. Why not to try this Big Bull also with OTT? So we then take a conscious call.
There's Thank God, which is in production right now. Could you share something about that film? It's Ajay Devgan, Siddharth Malhotra. It's a very good combo on.
Yeah, it's a beautiful film. I won't say it's a comedy film, but it has got a beautiful message with the film.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkwilla. On this episode of Number Game, we have with us Mr. Anand Pandit, who just had the release of Big Bull on the OTT platform and is soon gearing up for Chehre. Welcome to Pinkwilla, sir. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sir, to start with, you just had Chehre up for release on April 9, and suddenly there was a spark in cases of COVID virus and you had to delay the release. How difficult was that decision for you to make?
It was very difficult, but we can't help it. Due to pandemic, everyone's life and schedule has been disturbed. And we knew that we will have to be on toes depending on what happens with the number of cases. First, we were supposed to release on 30th April. Then, due to request of some other producer, we shifted on 9th. And we were very hopeful that 9th तो हमारा release हो ही जाएगा.
Correct.
But unfortunately, the cases increased so much, and we decided that in the interest of our cinema goers and our fans, we'll delay this. Of course, this delay will mean a lot of disruption within the company also, and also financial burden. But anyway, in favor of our cinema goers, we decided to delay it.
Correct. So you spoke about financial burden. How exactly does that work for the film if it is delayed now by say 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, generally what happens, producer tend to take loans from institution, bank or private financiers, and they make film. Unlike my company, we have got our own internal accrual,
Okay.
so we don't have that financial burden. But otherwise, it gives a lot of burden of interest, and so your COP goes up. That's one. Second is you have done some promotion and you have spent some money on promotion already, and as and when after some months you will start again your promotion at the time of final release, so you'll be putting a lot of money over there also. Third is during this time of maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months or 6 months, in some cases like Suryavanshi was ready last year,
Yeah.
so almost one and a half year
Yeah.
now. So some of the films delayed by a longer time, they have to pay their employees also. So this is really giving a burden to a producer. But we can't help it. The situation is such that every day you have to leave.
Correct.
What will happen tomorrow, you don't know about it.
And so you also had Big Bull up for release just last week. It released on Hotstar, and then there is Chehre, which came on, which is coming in theaters. How are you deciding on which platform for a particular film? Because both are big films with big stars. So
Yeah, I will just give you a history of last 1.5 years. What has happened? This pandemic, due to pandemic, OTT platforms really became very popular, and so many films and so many programs came on, and people became more comfortable with OTT platform.
Yeah.
So now we are on the crossroads, actually, I would say. Of course, OTT, satellite, theaters, everything will coexist, according to me. The business of entertainment, and especially film business, is becoming bigger and bigger day by day. And satellite television and OTT both are contributing to that.
correct.
So now we are on the crossroad. When I'm saying crossroad means now we will have to decide before making the film that which direction we are taking. Because earlier smaller films or less popular artist film were very difficult to bring it to the theater, because it's too expensive to do P&A, and print and getting theaters also
Correct.
was very difficult for smaller films. So it was not viable. But with the OTT, emergence of OTT, and with the popularity of OTT, these smaller films and less known artists, less known technicians, they have got the work.
Okay.
And now they are getting space on OTT because it's very easy to market it and make it popular. So now, same thing is with mainstream cinema also, that we will have to decide that before making the film, we will have to decide that this film will go directly to OTT or it is going to go to theaters first. So coming back to our both the films, Chehre and The Big Bull. Big Bull we decided because Big Bull was almost ready at that time, so in August, September. At that time we decided that because there was no light to the end of tunnel.
Correct.
So we decided ki because Ajay is my co-producer in that. So Ajay said ki he is going to give his film called Bhuj to OTT. Why not to try this Big Bull also with OTT? So we then take a conscious call ki we don't have to wait till the theaters open. Instead of that, let's give it to OTT so that more and more people, at a less expensive price, people will be able to watch that. As far as Chehre is concerned, from beginning, the Chehre was, we decided that it is going to be a theatrical experience film. Coming back to your question, yes, now onwards, all the production, I think they will
Clearly bifurcate.
clearly bifurcate. And people's psyche also will be bifurcated.
And sir, do you think, in terms of theatrical releases, the window for OTT is going to change earlier? Before the pandemic, it was, I think, 6 to 8 week window. And now we have seen in last 4 months, there was a Master which came in 2 weeks. There was a Rui which has come in 4 weeks. So do you think that window is going to change?
I really doubt about it. If we change the window, theaters will not survive. People will wait for 3 or 4 weeks and they will not spend money and they will not go to theater. So this was a very special case. I think all theaters and multiplex owners decided that whatever film comes in March or in April, they will give this concession at just one time. But otherwise this will not be a pattern.
Okay.
So it would be 8 weeks only. And I am also in favor of 8 weeks,
Okay.
so that theaters can survive.
And India is, if we look at the Indian film industry as such, there is South industry, there is Bollywood. South industry has got back on their feet with so many films releasing and they are doing good business, whereas Bollywood is still a lot behind them when it comes to getting the cycle started. Why do you think is there this bifurcation between the two industries?
In fact, I have also failed to understand that in South, particularly in Andhra,
Telugu,
Telugu area and in Tamil Nadu, the cases are not that high. And I don't know, it may be, I don't know the reason. But like Maharashtra, for any Hindi film, Maharashtra, Mumbai territory constitutes almost 35 to 40%.
Yeah.
And if that is closed or running at the capacity of 25%, 30%, you can't afford that.
Correct.
So that is what the reason. That is one reason. Second, for Telugu or Tamil or Malayalam, their own language, they, as far as entertainment is concerned, they don't want to experiment. They are very comfortable with their own language, own hero, own setup, own genre. So I think because of that captive kind of their mentality, they are very successful right now. Whereas in Hindi audience, Hindi belt, which is almost 60% or 70% of India, they are ready to experiment with regional films, Gujarati film, Marathi film, Bhojpuri film. Even they are ready with dubbed English film. But if you see in South, they are very, very, I would say, loyal to their own entertainment.
Correct. Yeah, and that's reflecting in the
Correct,
figures as
correct,
well.
yes,
Like
yeah.
Vakil Saab doing such.
Unbelievable
Yeah.
business they are doing.
Correct. And you must have seen the film. How confident are you?
I'm very confident. Romi Bhai has done fantastic job, and आप भूल जाएंगे कि ये रोमी भाई के जिन्होंने कॉमेडी फिल्म लिखी थी, but he has done fantastic job with this thriller.
There's Thank God, which is in production right now. Could you share something about that film? It's Ajay Devgan, Siddharth Malhotra. It's a very good combo on.
Yeah, it's a beautiful film. It's a different. I won't say it's a comedy film, but it has got a beautiful message with the film. Like आपने पहले राजू ईरानी की सब फिल्में देखी होगी. Those are lighter comedy film, hilarious film, but it has got a message for the life. So life of spice जो कहते हैं उस टाइप की फिल्म है ये. And I'm sure इंदू जी की one of the best film होगी ये.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's right now being shot.
First schedule is already done. Second, because of this pandemic, we are just waiting and
Okay.
looking at.
Okay. And what do you have to say about your partnership with Ajay sir? You worked with him in Big Bull. Now there is Thank God happening. So.
अजय सर के साथ में पहले तो टोटल धमाल किए हमने.
This true. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was also producer. I was also producer. We had a fantastic experience with him. उसके बाद में बिग बुल व्हेन ही कॉल्ड मी कि आनंद भाई मेरे पास में ये ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है एंड यू वुड लाइक टू हैव द नरेशन. मैंने बोला जब आपने सिलेक्ट कर लिया है तो मुझे नरेशन की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. इमीडिएटली विद इन 2 minutes आई सेड आई एम ऑन द बोर्ड. Ajay is a very, very hardworking, very focused and very transparent person and very straightforward person. So I really enjoyed working on both the projects and thank God also he is a lead artist and he is only driving the project.
Correct. Okay. And one last question: what's the path ahead for you in terms of the kind of content you want to create, both for theatrical as well as digital?
Digital, I mean, we have a lot of different type of stories we are working on, and we are thinking of partnering with one of the platforms for a longer term.
Okay.
As far as mainstream cinema, I welcome everything.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Really looking forward to Chehre, and all the best for all the other slate.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.